Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS FANS. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you've been paying attention to the NFL in recent seasons, you know that building a strong pass rush has become a top priority for many teams, and the Atlanta Falcons are no exception. This offseason, they made it clear. They prioritized their pass rush, investing heavily and trying to reshape that unit to be more effective, more aggressive, more disruptive. But as we always see in the NFL, even with good intentions and a clear plan, execution is everything, and it's not always straightforward. The Falcons decided to double down on rookie pass rushers, bringing in Jalon Walker and James Pierce Jr., hoping to inject speed and youthful energy into their front line. Now, it's early in the preseason, so it's too soon to judge completely, but the signs are pointing towards some interesting questions about whether these rookies can meet the high expectations set for them. You see, the Falcons have struggled historically to generate consistent pressure on opposing quarterbacks. Their pass rush has often been a weak point, and last season was no different. They ranked near the bottom of the league in sacks, and that's a problem when you're trying to take the next step toward playoff contention and ultimately Super Bowl success. So, naturally, this offseason, they decided to attack that weakness head-on. They invested draft capital into Walker and Pierce, both viewed as speed rushers, guys who can bend the edge and chase down quarterbacks with quick burst and agility. But here's the catch: speed rushers are great, but sometimes you need that extra power, that brute force that can push through blockers and collapse the pocket from the inside out. That's where the conversation about next offseason heats up, because if these rookies don't quite pan out as hoped, the Falcons may find themselves in the market again, looking for that veteran presence to stabilize the line. Bleacher Report's Alex Ballentine has been speculating that the Falcons could be in the market for an outside linebacker or edge rusher like John Franklin Myers in the 2026 offseason. Why? Because Franklin Myers brings that perfect blend of power and versatility. He's a guy who can set the edge as a defensive end, but also has the ability to kick inside if needed, giving defensive coordinator Dean Pease some creative options. This guy, Franklin Myers, is a beast. Standing 6'4" and weighing around 289 pounds, he's not just a physical presence, he's a proven producer. Just last year, he had his best season yet, racking up a career-high 40 tackles, including 8 tackles for loss and 7 sacks. Those are numbers that any team would want on their defensive line, especially when you're trying to improve a pass rush that's been lacking punch. If he can replicate or even surpass that performance, the Falcons could be looking at a real steal, especially considering he's still in his prime. He's in his second year of a 2-year, $15 million deal with the Denver Broncos, and according to projections on Spotrac, his market value could shoot up to around $5 million next year. That's a sizable investment, but one that could pay dividends for a team like Atlanta looking to make a serious push. Now, here's the interesting part. Franklin Myers didn't participate in this offseason's OTAs, signaling that he's probably seeking a new contract or a change of scenery. The Broncos might be open to trading him, especially if they feel they have capable replacements or if they're looking to free up cap space. Denver's management has even been suggested as considering him on the trade block, mainly due to financial reasons and the fact that he's only been with the team for 1 season. But if the Falcons decide to go all in next offseason and prioritize adding a veteran with proven production, he could be the perfect fit. And let's not forget, the Falcons have invested heavily in their young rookies, but as everyone knows, rookies can be unpredictable. Some will develop quickly and become stars, while others might take time or not meet expectations at all. So having that veteran presence like Franklin Myers could be the missing piece that balances out the line, provides leadership, and elevates the overall pass rush. It's about creating a mix of youth and experience, speed and power, to keep quarterbacks guessing and to get more pressure on them, which is essential for winning games in today's NFL. But of course, there's always the question, will the rookies live up to their first-round status? Jalon Walker and James Pierce Jr. are talented. They've shown flashes of explosiveness and quickness, fitting the profile of speed rushers that the Falcons seem to prefer. However, that's not enough if they can't consistently pressure the quarterback or set the edge against the run. If they do rise to the occasion, the Falcons might be in good shape for this season, and maybe even for the future. But if they don't, the team could find itself back at square one. And that's why the potential addition of Franklin Myers in 2026 becomes so interesting. He represents that steady, reliable force that the Falcons could count on to anchor the pass rush. Looking ahead, the Falcons are in a unique position. They're trying to build a dynamic, aggressive defense that can match the offensive firepower of the NFC South rivals. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, New Orleans Saints, and Carolina Panthers are all deepening their rosters and making strategic moves. Atlanta's success this season could hinge on whether their pass rush can improve dramatically from last year. And if it doesn't, the team might have to make some bold moves after this season to stay competitive. Now, let's talk a little about the bigger picture. The Falcons, under General Manager Terry Fontenot, have shown a willingness to invest in both youth and veterans, trying to strike that perfect balance. They've drafted well, bringing in young talent like Walker and Pierce, but also understand the value of seasoned players like Franklin Myers, who can bring leadership and consistency. The challenge is to develop the rookies, get them to buy into the system and improve their technique, while also having that safety net of a veteran who knows how to get after the quarterback and set the tone on defense. And really, that's what makes NFL team building so fascinating. It's a constant chess match, drafting, signing free agents, making trades, trying to predict which players will develop and which won't. The Falcons are in that phase right now. They've made their investments, and now it's about seeing those investments pay off. If Walker and Pierce can step up and become reliable pass rushers, the Falcons' defense could take a big leap forward. But if they struggle, then the team's front office might have to look at that veteran market again, and Franklin Myers could be a name they circle on their list. In the end, the Atlanta Falcons are at a crossroads. Are they going to be patient and develop their young talent? Or are they going to make a splash in free agency or trades next offseason? The truth is, all options are on the table, and this is what makes the upcoming months so exciting for Falcons fans. The team has shown that they're committed to building a formidable defense, and the pass rush is the key piece to unlocking their full potential. It's an ongoing story, full of hope, strategy, and that classic NFL unpredictability. So stay tuned, keep supporting your team, and get ready because the Falcons' journey to return to prominence is far from over. And now, Atlanta Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Atlanta Falcons. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Atlanta Falcons news.